Good morning, fathers of daughters. This is Ephraim B. Martin, and welcome to another live stream. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to Grow Dad YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm back for another day. All right, fathers, I hope you're doing well. It is Monday, and we have another live stream. Getting ready to get busy. And fathers, what we are going to be discussing today. I'd like to welcome all fathers, regardless of your ethnic group, background, and or culture. Mi amigos, bienvenido aquí hoy. Gracias. Okay, fathers, what we are going to be discussing today is fathers. Now, the reason we're going to be talking about fatherlessness today, fathers, is because we have a fatherless epidemic in the United States of America. We do. And if you look at my live streams, if you look at my videos, I've discussed in detail solutions, and I've also covered data and statistics when it comes to the fatherless epidemic within the United States. So fathers, I'm reaching out to you. Birth to 18 years of age, it is critical. It is critical that we become and stay within our daughters' lives, because 18 years is not a very long time that we have them in our custody. 18 years is not a very long time that we get to provide protection and safety for them, fathers. So when we talk about the fatherless epidemic in the United States, it's regardless of your ethnic group, your background, or your culture. It's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's not a brown thing. It's not a yellow thing, and it's not a red thing. It's a father thing. So fathers, we have to be on point when we're raising our baby girls. We have to use our resources when it comes to raising our baby girls. And more than anything else, fathers, the protection and safety that we provide for our daughters, we have to be able to adjust. We have to be able to know what is going on in our baby girls' lives, because if they don't, they will disconnect themselves from us, and the father-daughter relationship will suffer. I am a Grow Dad. I am the proud father of 4 adult daughters, 36, 30, 26, and 24. Yes, all my baby girls are grown women, living their best lives, doing their best thing, and having, them sisters, I'm proud of them. Proud of all my girls. They're amazing women. They've turned out well by the grace of God. I am forever grateful for the blessings that God has bestowed upon me, my life. So, fathers, this, for me, Grow That YouTube channel is about educational, informational research. For me, this is my way of giving back to all fathers. My goal with Grow That YouTube channel is to have all fathers have long-term sustainable relationships with their baby girls. Let me repeat that. My goal with Grow That YouTube channel is to have all fathers have long-term sustainable relationships with their daughters. And that begins at birth, fathers. Whether we are married, divorced, or have never been married to the mothers of our children, it is our responsibility to ensure that our daughters are protected and safe. It is our responsibility to ensure that we provide that framework of what good men look like in our daughters' lives. We have to give our daughters hope, fathers. We have to show them by example what a good man is, because we are our daughter's first love. A lot of fathers don't get that. A lot of fathers don't understand that. But yes, we are our daughter's first, in our daughter's first love, because our daughters are going to look up to us for guidance, for protection and safety, and for everything in between, fathers. This journey, birth to 18, it's an amazing journey, fathers and daughters. I want to keep you encouraged, fathers of daughters. I want to give you hope. But more than anything else, we have to be consistent. And if we're consistent, the trials and tribulations that are going to be coming our way, birth to 18, won't be as difficult to maneuver and to address head on. Okay, fathers? So I have some great videos that I want to share with you today. I think I have about 6 videos that I want to share with you today. We're going to talk about fatherlessness. We're going to look at fatherlessness and what it looks like. We're going to hear from children about fatherlessness. Fathers, when our baby girls don't have us in their lives, they can end up a lot of different ways. Okay? We are 100% responsible for how they end up. Without our guidance, our daughters can be influenced to do wrong. Our daughters can end up in situations and in a crisis to which they can't get themselves out of. So I know what I'm talking about here, fathers. Worked in the criminal justice system for 20 years. Worked in K-12 education for 10 years. 30 years I worked with kids and their families. I've worked with thousands of children over a 30-year period. Feel good about it. Actually, I feel great about it. I've learned a lot from young people. I put my trust in young people because I know there's hope with our baby girls. So fathers, I want to extend my hand to you. I have an incredible YouTube channel, Grow Dad YouTube channel. It may not be for all fathers, but for those fathers that I can reach, feel free to use the available resources that I provide. And also, fathers, always do your own research. Okay? Doing our own research is very, very important. And let me explain why. When we do our own research, what we're going to do is we're going to end up exploring and we're going to end up finding data. We're going to end up finding statistics. And then we're going to find solutions within the data and statistics that we come across. It's always good to cross-reference and cross-check all the information that is available to us. I didn't have a lot of this information available to me when my baby girls were little. So I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful to YouTube. YouTube is an incredible source. Social media is an incredible source. But you have to do your research, fathers, and you have to be objective when doing your research, okay? So I want to commend all fathers of baby girls, all right? You got to hang in there. I know some days there may not seem like there's light at the end of the tunnel, but at the end of the day, our baby girls are looking to us. They need us. We have to be consistent fathers. All right, fathers. So let's dive into these videos. Okay, I'm back. I was having some internet issues. Let me see. Give me a second, fathers. Technology. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, everything appears to be well. Okay, let me do one more check, fathers. I apologize. Okay, let me see. Again, I'm coming in, I'm coming out. Let me do one more check, fathers. I apologize. Let me do one more check. Let's see. Okay. I'm going in and out. Okay. Okay, fathers, we're going to move forward. This may be a challenging live stream today, but that's okay. I'm going to make adjustments. It appears that I'm going in and out with my internet, not sure what's going on. So I'm going to move forward and let's see what happens with the videos that I'm going to be sharing with you, fathers. Okay, let's get it started. First video, fathers.
Nearly 40% of all children in the United States are born out of wedlock.
Nearly 35% of Caucasian children are born out of wedlock.
More than half of all Hispanic children in the U.S. are born out of wedlock.
More than 70% of all African American children are born out of wedlock.
One out of 3 children in America live in homes without their biological fathers. This means 24 million kids are growing up in homes without their dads.
Children who grew up in fatherless homes are 5 times as likely to be poor.
Fatherless boys and girls are 2 times as likely to drop out of high school, 2 times as likely to end up in jail, and 4 times as likely to have emotional and behavioral problems.
71% of pregnant teenagers grow up without a father.
71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes.
70% of juveniles in state reform institutions grew up in single-parent homes or without parents.
Children who grew up in fatherless homes are twice as likely to abuse alcohol or illegal drugs.
63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes.
For all your sons and daughters who are walking in the darkness, you are calling us to lead them back to you.
Will you make a difference?
Will you make a difference?
Will you make a difference?
So that I can live a better life.
Will you make a difference?
Will you make a difference?
So I don't become a parent before I'm ready.
You can make a difference.
So that I don't have to give myself away to feel loved.
You can make a difference.
So I don't have to get high to numb the pain.
You can make a difference.
You can make a difference.
You can make a difference.
So I don't look to gangs to be my family.
You can make a difference.
You can make a difference.
So that I don't have to learn what it means to be a man from the streets.
You can make a difference. You can make a difference.
You can make a difference.
So that I can experience the love of Christ.
Fix these words of mine in your hearts and minds.
Teach them to your children.
Talking about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road.
When you lie down and when you get up.
Deuteronomy 11, 18, and 19.
Okay, fathers. One of the things that I'm making sure here at Grow That YouTube channel is I'm going to make sure that I'm going to provide statistics and data for you fathers. And the reason that I do that is because I want you to do your own research, fathers. Okay. I want you to cross-check myself as well as what is being provided to you through education. It's very important, fathers, that you cross-check because you need to be fully aware and have as much information as you possibly can before you can make an informed decision. A lot of times, fathers, we find ourselves making decisions when we don't have all the information. Okay, we're not always going to have all the information, but what we can do is we could research and we could position ourselves to have information. So I want to encourage you to do that. And I just want to make sure, fathers, that I'm doing my part, okay, in helping you. I want to be as efficient as I possibly can to streamline with you information that's going to help us become better fathers, okay? So statistics and data are very, very important because it's a timeline. And you can go back 20 years, 30, 40, 50 years on the research, on the data, on the statistics. And I just believe that that's critical because it's going to help all fathers understand most of the times, okay? And by doing your own research, you're a better informed parent, I believe. Instead of listening to what people have to say, by doing your own research, you've done it yourself. So you should feel good and comfortable about your decision making. I didn't have a lot of these tools in front of me when I was raising my baby girls. So like I said, I am grateful and thankful to YouTube that it's available to me now. So when I do the research and I share the educational and informational resources to all fathers through instruction, I spend a few hours doing the research. I make sure I look at all the videos 2 to 3 times before I present to you fathers. Okay? So, okay, fathers, that was the first video. Second video, this is another video. It's going to be showcasing data and statistics as well. Okay? Let me get it set up, fathers.
In this video, I will share with you the
Okay, fathers, video number 2.
In this video, I will share with you the statistical data indicating how a fatherless child is in danger. 63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes, U.S. Department of Health census 5 times the average. 90% of all homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes 32 times the average. 85% of all children who show behavior disorders come from fatherless homes 20 times the average. Center for Disease Control 80% of rapists with anger problems come from fatherless homes -14 times the average. Justice and Behavior, Volume 14, p. 403-26 71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes 9 times the average. National Principals Association report Father Factor in Education, fatherless children are twice as likely to drop out of school. Children with fathers who are involved are 40% less likely to repeat a grade in school. Children with fathers who are involved are 70% less likely to drop out of school. Children with fathers who are involved are more likely to get A's in school. Children with fathers who are involved are more likely to enjoy school and engage in extracurricular activities. 75% of all adolescent patients in chemical abuse centers come from fatherless homes, 10 times the average. Father factor in drug and alcohol abuse. Researchers at Columbia University found that children living in two-parent household with a poor relationship with their father are 68% more likely to smoke, drink, or use drugs compared to all teens in two-parent households. Teens in single-mother households are at a 30% higher risk than those in two-parent households. 70% of youths in state-operated institutions come from fatherless homes, 9 times the average. U.S. Department of Justice, September 1988, 85% of all youths in prison come from fatherless homes, 20 times the average. Fulton Co. Georgia, Texas Department of Correction, father factor in incarceration. Even after controlling for income, youths in father-absent households still had significantly higher odds of incarceration than those in mother-father families. Youths who never had a father in the household experienced the highest odds. A 2002 Department of Justice survey of 7,000 inmates revealed that 39% of jail inmates lived in mother-only households. Approximately 46% of jail inmates in 2002 had a previously incarcerated family member. 1/5 experienced a father in prison or jail. Father factor in crime. A study of 109 juvenile offenders indicated that family structure significantly predicts delinquency. Adolescents, particularly boys, in single-parent families were at higher risk of status, property and person delinquencies. Moreover, students attending schools with a high proportion of children of single parents are also at risk. A study of 13,986 women in prison showed that more than half grew up without their father. 42% grew up in a single-mother household and 16% lived with neither parent. Father factor in child abuse. Compared to living with both parents, living in a single-parent home doubles the risk that a child will suffer physical, emotional, or educational neglect. The overall rate of child abuse and neglect in single-parent households is 27.3 children per 1,000, whereas the rate of overall maltreatment in two-parent households is 15.5 per 1,000. Daughters of single parents without a father involved are 53% more likely to marry as teenagers, 711% more likely to have children as teenagers, 164% more likely to have a premarital birth and 92% more likely to get divorced themselves. Adolescent girls raised in a two-parent home with involved fathers are significantly less likely to be sexually active than girls raised without involved fathers. 43% of U.S. children live without their father. U.S. Department of Census. 90% of homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes. U.S. DHHS Bureau of the Census. 80% of rapists motivated with displaced anger come from fatherless homes. Criminal Justice and Behavior, Volume 14, pp. 403-26, 1978. 71% of pregnant teenagers lack a father. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services press release, Friday, March 26, 1999. 63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes. U.S. DHHS Bureau of the Census. 85% of children who exhibit behavioral disorders come from fatherless homes. Center for Disease Control. 90% of adolescent repeat arsonists live with only their mother. Ray Herbert, Dousing the Kindlers, Psychology Today, January, 1985, p. 28. 71% of high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. National Principals Association report on the state of high schools. 75% of adolescent patients in chemical abuse centers come from fatherless homes. Rainbow's F for All God's Children. 70% of juveniles in state-operated institutions have no father. U.S. Department of Justice, Special Report, September 1988, 85% of youths in prisons grew up in a fatherless home. Fulton County, Georgia jail populations, Texas Department of Corrections, 1992, fatherless boys and girls are twice as likely to drop out of high school, twice as likely to end up in jail, 4 times more likely to need help for emotional or behavioral problems. U.S. DHHS News Release, March 26, 1999, Census Fatherhood Statistics 64.3 million, estimated number of fathers across the nation 26.5 million, number of fathers who are part of married couple families with their own children under the age of 18. Among these fathers, 22% are raising 3 or more of their own children under 18 years old, among married couple family households only. 2% live in the home of a relative or a non-relative. 2.5 million, number of single fathers, up from 400,000 in 1970. Currently, among single parents living with their children, 18% are men. Among these fathers, 8% are raising 3 or more of their own children under 18 years old. 42% are divorced, 38% have never married, 16% are separated, and 4% are widowed. The percentages of those divorced and never married are not significantly different from one another. 16% live in the home of a relative or a non-relative. 27% have an annual family income of $50,000 or more. 85%, among the 30.2 million fathers living with children younger than 18, the percentage who lived with their biological children only. 11% lived with stepchildren. 4% with adopted children. Less than 1% with foster children. Recent policies encourage the development of programs designed to improve the economic status of low-income non-resident fathers and the financial and emotional support provided to their children. This brief provides 10 key lessons from several important early responsible fatherhood initiatives that were developed and implemented during the 1990s and early 2000s. Formal evaluations of these earlier fatherhood efforts have been completed, making this an opportune time to step back and assess what has been learned and how to build on the early program's successes and challenges. While the following statistics are formidable, the responsible fatherhood research literature generally supports the claim that a loving and nurturing father improves outcomes for children, families, and communities. Children with involved, loving fathers are significantly more likely to do well in school, have healthy self-esteem, exhibit empathy and pro-social behavior, and avoid high-risk behaviors such as drug use, truancy, and criminal activity compared to children who have uninvolved fathers. Studies on parent-child relationships and child well-being show that father love is an important factor in predicting the social, emotional, and cognitive development and functioning of children and young adults. 24 million children, 34%, live absent their biological father. Nearly 20 million children, 27%, live in single-parent homes. 43% of first marriages dissolve within 15 years, about 60% of divorcing couples have children, and approximately 1 million children each year experience the divorce of their parents. Fathers who live with their children are more likely to have a close, enduring relationship with their children than those who do not. Compared to children born within marriage, children born to cohabiting parents are 3 times as likely to experience father absence, and children born to unmarried, non-cohabiting parents are 4 times as likely to live in a father-absent home. About 40% of children in father-absent homes have not seen their father at all during the past year, 26% of absent fathers live in a different state than their children, and 50% of children living absent their father have never set foot in their father's home. Children who live absent their biological fathers are, on average, at least 2 to 3 times more likely to be poor, to use drugs, to experience educational, health, emotional and behavioral problems, to be victims of child abuse, and to engage in criminal behavior than their peers who live with their married, biological, or adoptive parents. From 1995 to 2000, the proportion of children living in single-parent homes slightly declined, while the proportion of children living with 2 married parents remained stable.
Okay, fathers, excuse me. What are your thoughts on that video? Great statistics and data. Feel free, fathers, to always do your own research. As you can see from that video, it goes back 20 to 30 years on statistics and data, all the way up to current, which would probably be around 2020, 2021. The reason that we have to go with statistics and data is it gives us a starting point and a reference. And then it shows you the consistency of fatherlessness. This is not something new, fathers. This is not something new at all. Fatherlessness in the United States has been an issue. As long as I can remember, it's been an issue. So we have an opportunity here, Father. We have a real good opportunity here with our baby girls. And, we just have to make sure that we're putting our best foot forward, learning as much as we can, doing the best that we can. But the most important thing is it's the consistency of that. My book, Daddy's Girls, is available at Amazon.com. It's in the description if anyone is interested. The live streams and videos that I upload to YouTube are complimentary of my book and vice versa. Okay, fathers. This next video is a short 2.5-minute video. It's actually a trailer on a documentary on fatherlessness. So I'm going to share this with you. I didn't put the actual video in the description, but you have the trailer if you're interested to. The trailer can lead you to the actual documentary of the video on fatherlessness. Okay, so let me get this set up, fathers. Okay, fathers, video number 3.
God has a great commandment, which is to love him with all your heart, mind, strength, and soul, and to love your neighbor. God also has the Great Commission, which is to go and make disciples of all nations, everybody, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. But we also have something in James 1:27, which is what I call the Great Mandate. And that is God's heart for the broken. It's for the orphan and the widow.
Fatherlessness is absolutely an epidemic. This has no respecter of race or, religion or socioeconomic bounds.
It's a plague on this country like I've never seen before.
The 21st century version of the widow is the single mom, and the orphan is that fatherless kid.
The thing that the father imparts into the home is a sense of identity for the home.
And I always think, well, why didn't I want to get involved in the street gangs? I knew them guys, I could have. That started as a young age with a father who was willing to throw the ball with me. But what if you don't have a father that's willing to throw the ball to you?
Kids are at home by themselves and they don't feel that love. So what they do is they go outside in the streets and find that. And the gangs, drugs, alcohol, violence, because they want to belong to something.
What would it look like if the men's ministries of the churches in this country would be more intentional about identifying the fatherless in their ranks and filling in the gap by providing a positive, godly male figure that could put their arm around that boy and raise him up? Our mission is to erase the fatherless epidemic through mentorship. I want this to be a bookmark between chapter 7 and 8 in your life, where the rest of your life, looking back on this experience, you can say, this is when I became a man, because I chose to become a man and put away childish things. And I chose to pursue God with all of my heart and to be his student and to be a disciple. You're learning to cling to the Lord. It's the number one ingredient of being a man. It's learning to rely upon him for strength. He is your strength.
Okay, fathers, I just wanted to share that because I do know I have an audience of religious and fathers, and I just want to make sure that when I provide information through education and information through instruction is that I welcome all fathers. Okay, I don't have a problem with religion. I don't have a problem with spirituality. And when I am doing my research, when I'm coming across these incredible videos, I will share them with all fathers, and hopefully they can impact you. I thought that was a great trailer when I was doing my research, because my experience of being a probation officer working in the criminal justice system for 20 years and K-12 education for 10 years, so many of our children are disconnected spiritually. And they've never been introduced to God, and they've never been introduced to the church. And the church and God is not a bad thing. I know the world will have you thinking differently, but God and church are not a bad thing. And for me, spirituality is one of the keys to success in the guidance of our children. I believe that most children, if they were connected spiritually, a lot of them would make better decisions. A lot of them would have a lot more hope. That's just my opinion. So when I come across videos that I feel are going to help fathers become better men, help fathers become better fathers, I'm going to share them. I have no problem sharing them. And like I said, YouTube has everything. There's so much information. There's so many videos that I don't get to share because it's a matter of default of elimination. I can only provide you with so much information, but YouTube is a great source, fathers. So I encourage you, like I said, always do your own research, fathers. Please do. There's an abundance of resources that are available today in 2024. So I want to encourage that. Okay, fathers. This next video I'm about to share with you is it's a short film by a couple young people speaking about their journey being fatherless. It was made, I believe, in 2013, somewhere around there. Anyway, it's in the description. I wanted to share it because these are actual young people talking about their experience as being fatherless through their lens, through their experience. I want to share with you, fathers. Okay, let me get it set up, fathers.
Father.
Okay, fathers, next video.
I don't have a daddy, I only have a mommy, but it's okay. But sometimes I wish I had a daddy, because I see my friends and they all have daddies and I don't.
My name's Javon Young, and I'm 19 years old. My father left when I was 3, right before my sister was born. Maybe a couple months before she was born.
And why do you think he left?
I think he left because I don't think he could handle the pressure. 2 kids, plus his mouth to feed, plus my mom. Maybe the stress got to him.
My name is Sunny Baker, and I'm 18 years old. My father left me at 3 years old. I got taken away due to drugs. I think it has a big impact on my life because I haven't had a father figure, and every kid needs a father figure, I think, because of discipline. I feel it's easier on a family to have both a mother and a father. If you don't have a father, and it's like, who can you talk to about guys or get advice from? I mean, I don't know what guys are like because I don't have a dad in my life, so I don't know what they like. I don't know what to talk about with them. Makes me want to cry sometimes.
I am Kinsey and I am 6 years old. I don't have a daddy, I only have a mommy, but it's okay. But sometimes I wish I had a daddy, because I see my friends and they all have daddies and I don't.
Growing up without a father is rugged at times, but you get used to it. You get picked on a little bit. You only know one side of your family, and you always wonder why you don't have a dad.
So how has your mother played a part in your life? She had a big impact on my life for a while, and then we just don't really talk that much anymore. My stepdad, he was kind of like my father figure until he started getting like creepy.
And how has that affected you?
That has affected me a lot because it's like weird. I don't even want to go hang out with my mom or be around her because he's always there, and I feel like it freaks me out.
The way it's affected my mom is by putting a lot of stress on her shoulders. She's the only caretaker, the only paycheck. She has to worry about all the bills plus feeding other mouths other than hers. Basically, it's just made her go crazy. Her should have been more laid back, less stress. She wouldn't look so old and be so young. Then I had another paycheck coming in as well. It helped her out a lot.
I live with mommy and we're happy. I just sometimes I wish I had a daddy. Because I see other kids at school and they have daddies and I just don't. But it's okay. I have a mom. And I love my mom. I just sometimes wish I had a dad. I don't know where he is. I don't remember. I look for him, but I don't find him. And I ask my mom, and she gets sad. I just want to know where my dad is.
Oh, they're sad. They're really sad. My dad had this girlfriend, and she abused me. She beat me with a tennis racket and told my dad I fell off a swing. She tried to get her snake to kill me. She tried to drown me in the bathtub. She would starve me and she'd like have her kids eat in front of me and stuff. And then all that happened and I got taken away and I lived with my grandma. And then I lived with her for a while and then she died. She was my best friend and it was like really sad. Took her last breath in my arms and it was really sad. And then I moved with my mom. And then she got this boyfriend, and then she just kind of neglected all of her kids. So now it's like I have nothing. I just live by myself. My little puppy. I just don't have it.
I feel like having a bad father and having no father is totally different things. Because a person with a dad still has a dad. Even though he may have been a bad dad, he still has one. And the guy with no father.
I don't have a daddy, I only have a mommy. But it's okay. But sometimes I wish I had a daddy. Because I see my friends and they all have daddies and I don't.
My name's Javon Young, and I'm 19 years old. My father left when I was 3, right before my sister was born. Maybe a couple months before she was born.
And why do you think he left?
I think he left because I don't think he could handle the pressure. 2 kids, plus his mouth to feed, plus my mom. Maybe the stress got to him.
My name is Sunny Baker, and I'm 18 years old. My father left me at 3 years old. I got taken away due to drugs. I think it has a big impact on my life because I haven't had a father figure, and every kid needs a father figure, I think, because of discipline. I feel it's easier on a family to have both a mother and a father. If you don't have a father, then it's like, well, who can you talk to about guys or get advice from? I mean, I don't know what guys are like because I don't have a dad in my life, so I don't know what they like. I don't know what to talk about with them. Makes me want to cry sometimes.
I am Kinsey and I am 6 years old. I don't have a daddy, I only have a mommy. But it's okay. But sometimes I wish I had a daddy. Because I see my friends and they all have daddies and I don't.
Growing up without a father is rugged at times, but you get used to it. You get picked on a little bit. You only know one side of your family. And you always wonder why you don't have a dad.
So how has your mother played a part in your life?
She had a big impact on my life for a while, and then we just don't really talk that much anymore. My stepdad, he was kind of like my father figure until he started getting like creepy.
Yeah. And how has that affected you?
That has affected me a lot because it's like weird. I don't even want to go hang out with my mom or be around her because he's always there, and I feel like it freaks me out.
The way it's affected my mom is just by putting a lot of stress on her shoulders. She's the only caretaker, the only paycheck. She has to worry about all the bills plus feeding other mouths other than hers. Basically, it's just made her go crazy. Her should have been more laid back, less stress. She wouldn't look so old and be so young. Then I had another paycheck coming in as well. It helped her out a lot.
I live with Mommy and we're happy. I just sometimes I wish I had a daddy. Because I see other kids at school and they have daddies and I just don't. But it's okay. I have a mom. And I love my mom. I just sometimes wish I had a dad. I don't know where he is. I don't remember. I look for him, but I don't find him. And I ask my mom, and she gets sad. I just want to know where my dad is.
God, they're sad. They're really sad. My dad had this girlfriend, and she abused me. She beat me with a tennis racket and told my dad I fell off a swing. She tried to get her snake to kill me. She tried to drown me in the bathtub. She would starve me, and she'd like have her kids eat in front of me and stuff. And then all that happened, and I got taken away, and I lived with my grandma. And then I lived with her for a while, and then she died. She was my best friend, and it was like really sad. I took her last breath in my arms, and it was really sad. And then I moved with my mom, and then she got this boyfriend, and then she just kind of neglected all of her kids. So now it's like I have nothing. I just live by myself. My little puppy. I just don't have it.
I feel like having a bad father and having no father is totally different things.
Okay, fathers. I just want to share that. That was a short documentary by two different families, a young woman, as you can see, and a young man, 2013, almost a little over 10 years ago. But I came across it and found it quite interesting, their story, in explaining the father-daughter relationship as well as the father-son relationship, which is just as important. So, like I said, fathers, I'm all about sharing resources, information through instruction so we can make better informed decisions. As you can see, without having fathers in your life, our kids can end up a whole lot of different ways. Our baby girls can go in a whole different direction, fathers. I want to make that perfectly clear. We are 100% responsible for how our daughters end up. We are. A lot of fathers don't want to take accountability for that. But if you have not been in your child's life, your daughter's life, birth to 18 years old, you bear the responsibility of that for how they end up. We don't get to pass the buck on this, fathers. And we sure don't get to blame their mothers. We got to own it. Okay. Fathers, I have two more videos that I'm going to share with you about two. They're younger women now. They're over 18. And these two videos that I'm going to share with you is going to show you two different women that ended up becoming prostitutes at early ages because of their father issues, their fatherlessness issues. And I've already made a couple videos. I made a video I've made 2 videos called Keeping Our Daughters Off the Pole, parts 1 and 2. I have them on my YouTube channel. Also, they're in a playlist on my YouTube channel. Feel free to watch them. It explains in detail why fathers are 100% responsible for our baby girls if they end up on the pole or if they end up in a situation of prostitution. That's on us, fathers, not their mothers. 100% on us. So feel free to look at those videos. Okay? So these next 2 videos, I will be presenting to fathers of daughters back to back, and then we will wrap up this live stream. I appreciate you fathers for attending and being present and being available. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your effort, fathers. So let me get these videos back to back set up. Okay, fathers, here are the last 2 videos, back to back.
All right, Amber.
Hi.
Amber, where are you from?
I'm from Sacramento, California.
Sacramento.
Mhm.
And tell me about your family. You had both your parents growing up?
No, I grew up with my grandparents. I was raised by my grandmother, my auntie, and my uncle.
Where was mom and dad?
My mom, she grew up on the streets. She got into drugs at like the age of 9.
Wow.
I guess the first time and she hasn't been right since, and I'm surprised she had kids, but she had us, and then my grandma raised us, and my mom, she's been, on the streets, still on the streets to this day.
And dad?
I really don't know too much of my dad. I mean, I know of his family, but him himself, I don't know too much. I just know he was a drug addict like my mom.
Oh, really?
Grew up on the streets. Yeah.
So you left home it was your grandparents you were staying with? And you left them at what point?
It was like 13 when I started running in and out of homes. Started living with my grandma when I was like 4, maybe. I think that's what my sister told me.
And you started at what age working the streets?
13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of money will you make in a night doing this, or in a day?
A whole day and night, at least $1,300.
Wow.
That's just walking.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't enjoy it, but I just, fell into it.
Yeah, you
Was 13, walking through the mall, being fast, met a guy. He took my virginity and told me, look, you're gonna get on this corner and you're gonna bust this date. And you're gonna tell him this. And I don't know. I didn't like the fact that what I had to do for it, but I don't know. As I grew older and prone to like every day waking up, I have to do this. I have to make this money. I have to get this guy. It just got stuck into my program. Like, I have to do it.
So was he functioning as a pimp for you?
Yeah.
And did you,
basically,
how much of the money did you give him?
All of it.
All of it.
As a pimp, you can't get half. You give them all.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that either, because it's like, this is my body. I'm doing this, Like, why do I gotta, I don't know. But I was young and I was being fast and I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And then when I got into it, then I just got stuck.
Have you been arrested for this?
Plenty of times.
One time?
Plenty of times.
I'm sorry?
Millions of times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I actually just got out of jail from out here on Figueroa, undercovers. I'm fighting a prostitution case with them. They got me on probation. It's just ridiculous.
And do you have children of your own?
I do. I have a 6-year-old.
6-year-old? And who's raising him? Or her?
It's a her.
Her, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I don't know how I assume that.
My grandma is raising her. Kind of lost her, but I'm trying to get her back, and it's kind of hard talking about that. Like, I don't want to start crying. But, you know, she's everything to me, so I'm trying my best to get her back. But I know, like, me being in this life, it's just not going to be as easy as a person working a job and, you know, doing what they have to do to get their kid, you know. Me, I'm just working on the streets, praying that she's going to come to me. That's not going to work like that. I had a choice to go homeless or to provide for my family. And I chose to provide for my family. And sometimes you got to make sacrifices in this world. As human beings, we got to sacrifice ourselves or something so we can survive.
So have you had some bad experiences with guys you picked up?
I'm not going to lie, and it's crazy you asked me. 2 nights ago, I was standing on 80th and Figueroa, and I got in a car with a guy, Mexican. He was cool. He didn't do nothing to me. We parked. Some random kid from out here got in this car and took my money. He forced me to do stuff that I didn't want to do. Man, he started calling me dirty, like I was a dirty prostitute. He started trying to make me feel bad and lower of a woman than what I was. And it's already bad enough that being in this life and doing what I'm doing, you don't feel as much of a woman. You got to make yourself, you got to put in your head like I'm still beautiful, I'm still a woman. You got to tell yourself, because every day, like, you're going to meet different men, you're having sex with dirty men, like, you know, you feel less. You're already giving yourself up. So it's like when he came in there and did that and just like took my whole dignity from me, and and it literally happened 2 nights ago. So I don't know why I'm still back out here, and yet I'm still back out here.
Do you get depressed sometimes with this life?
I do, a lot. I find myself sitting in my hotel rooms crying to myself because my baby. Because I call her and she's like, "Mommy, just come home," and I can't. I'm stuck, you know, and like, you know, it's not like I want to. It's like literally I'm like controlled, you know, so I'm like in this, like, I don't know. I feel like it's the game controlling me to keep doing it. I don't feel like it's me or nobody else but the game and the money. You know, I want to get out, but I'm 21. I feel like it's too late.
Did you finish high school?
No. I was pregnant at 14. So, and I was hoeing at 13. So I was like ditching school just to go home. I would lie to my grandparents. Okay, I'm going to school. No, I'm find myself on a track somewhere, making some money.
Yeah. Do you know who the father of your child is?
The father of my child, he's not around, but yeah, I do know.
You do?
Who he is. He kind of disappeared because as I grew up and I realized in this game, I don't need a pimp. You know, you don't need a pimp. They will lie to you and say, but that's because they want your money to take them to their family. You know, and I grew up realizing that. And now my baby daddy was like, okay, well, you don't want to pay me. You want to act funny and keep your own money. So bye, you know. But I have a daughter now. So I don't feel like, you know, and I'm just like one of those females, I'm not going to pay nobody no more. I've been controlled. I've been under guys, you know, like I can't. So my baby daddy was just like, fuck you, fuck the baby. Okay, so fuck you too. Bye, you know.
Do you, you're currently working without a pimp?
Right now, honestly, I have a boyfriend and I give him half my cut, but he's not like a pimp. So he doesn't take my full cut. He don't control me when I go out there. He don't, you know, I do have a boyfriend. I'm not gonna lie. I have a boyfriend, but I don't have a pimp.
When you were a young girl, did you have like dreams of a different life than this?
I always dreamed of being like a real estate agent, you know, or a flight attendant, somewhere higher class, like cute, professional. You know, I'm a white girl. Like I grew up with blonde hair. I feel like I should have been behind the desk. That's how I feel in life. I should be on the plane being a flight attendant. I should be flipping houses. You know, I have a good mouthpiece. You know, I could be a lawyer. Like I really wanted to be a real estate, honestly.
Yeah, it's sad how many young women end up working the streets. I mean, like if you see it where you're at, they're all over.
I know a couple of girls out here that are younger than me. I'm talking like 16, 15, 17. Yeah. And I preach to them like, get out. It's not what girls, it's not made for everybody.
No.
It's not. This game is not made for everybody. You got to be a strong woman to survive this, because I've been pistol whipped, I've been shot at, I've been raped, I've been kidnapped through this whole life game.
How do you think this life has changed you? You've been doing it for quite a while.
I think, honestly, as a person, it made me strong. Because if I never experienced the things that I experienced is going through this life, I probably wouldn't be as strong as I am today. I think it made me a strong woman, because I could still wake up and tell myself, okay, you got this. You're still a good mother. You're still a beautiful woman. You got this, you know?
What do you think about your upbringing, your childhood? What do you think, if something was different, might have led you down a very different path than this?
Maybe a mom and a dad that wasn't on drugs, that had 2 normal jobs, you know, was willing to raise kids on a normal household and just not on drugs.
Yeah.
I think that probably would have
That's a big one.
Stirred me to the right path, because there have been times where I had to go on the corner to get rent money. My mom blew it all on drugs. And I have 2 sisters. Somebody has to feed them. I had to be the one. Somebody had to be.
So you were kind of taking care of your sisters as well? Mm-hmm. And where are your sisters today?
They're all in Sacramento. They got jobs now. They're doing their thing. They're doing good.
A little different path than you.
Way better path than me.
Yeah.
Way better. But that's what I raised them to do. You know, I didn't want them to have to suffer like me. You know, it's not okay to be out here. It's not. Yeah. It's scary. Any woman, any working female would tell you it's scary to be outside. Jumping in different cars, not knowing when you're coming home, you know?
Yeah.
It's scary.
And they're using drugs at all?
I do ecstasy. I take ecstasy every day or every other day to keep going, because I work all day and I work all night. So I need something to keep me up, active. Otherwise, I just be like, I can't work, I'm tired. And then I don't have no money. I got to pay for hotel rooms every day. I don't have my own place.
So you'll travel around from city to city?
Yeah, all cities. All through California. From Sacramento, all the way from here to LA, to Bakersfield, to everywhere. Pretty much.
All right. Well, Amber, thank you so much for talking to me.
No problem.
And good luck with your future. I hope you get to get back together with your kid.
Yeah, thank you. I really do too. That's like the biggest goal in life. I appreciate it.
Yeah, she needs you. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Candy.
Yes.
Candy, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield.
Yes.
Tell me about your family. You had mom and dad?
Yes.
How was your childhood?
They were fighting a lot in my childhood, so they're not together. And my mom, she's living off the government. I'm not trying to do that.
How long you been doing this?
Since I was 18.
And how old are you now?
22.
22. So back to your childhood, how would you describe it?
Horrible. Well, I didn't like it. Like, I didn't like being in the house, babysitting kids all day, not being able to be a young child and go outside and play with other kids.
Because you were raising your siblings?
Yes.
Are you the oldest?
No. I got an older brother, but I'm like the oldest girl, so.
So it was your job to take care of the rest of your siblings?
It was.
Any abuse in your childhood?
I got whoopings. You got whoopings like with cords and belts and sticks, little sticks.
Yeah, but nothing worse than that. Not that that's not horrible. But did you finish high school?
Yes.
And you guys started doing this at what age?
18.
18. How did that happen?
I got pregnant and then I got kicked out the house. So, yeah.
So you need to make money.
Yep.
This started in Bakersfield?
No. My friend, it was a friend I had met in high school, and she was telling me like I could come and make money. But then when I got down here, it was a different story. Like she had a pimp with her. So that's how it turned out.
So the pimp is what got you started?
No, my friend in high school, she lied to me. She said it was just going to be me and her making some money. And then she had a dude, which was her baby daddy pimp. So, yeah.
And how did that work out for you?
It didn't work out well. Basically, she had me making money for them while she was pregnant. So I'm basically making money for her and his baby. And she was telling me like she was trying to help me, but it didn't go that way.
And currently you're working without a pimp or with?
Without.
Drugs are part of your life or no?
No. I tried some, but no.
But do you get drunk or did you drink or smoke pot just to work?
Smoke weed, but I don't need it to work, but I'd rather smoke weed because it calms me down.
Yeah. And tell me about how this work affects you emotionally.
Well, I'm cool with it. Like, I'll be outside and in the morning time, I'll just be chilling and looking cute, making money. Don't nobody really bother me like that because I stay to myself.
Tell me about the guys who pick you up.
The guys that pick me up, some of them be cool, some of them be mean, some of them aggressive. Some of them like to take their money back, so that's why I hide my money now.
Do you carry any kind of weapon or anything to defend yourself?
I carry my pepper spray. Sometimes I have a knife, but right now I just carry my pepper spray.
You've had to use it?
Not yet.
What do you think you've learned about men from doing this?
That they're like animals and they lie a lot. They know what they're doing, but they try to act like to us females that we're like stupid, don't know what they're doing.
You been in love before?
No.
No? With that attitude, you might not ever fall in love.
I don't want no boyfriend. I don't want no husband. I don't want to be married. I just want to love myself, and that's it.
Make some money. So are you taking care of your daughter?
Nope. She's at home with my mom. They living off the government. And I'm trying to make a way. Me and my baby's not about to do that.
You're trying to support You and your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you happy now?
Just making money and saving up.
You're saving money.
Yes.
That sounds like. It's a dangerous lifestyle, isn't it? I hear that from a lot of the girls.
Yes, but it depends on your mindset and how you're moving.
What do you do to protect yourself?
To protect myself?
I mean, like, so have you had all the terrible things I've heard from other girls happen to you?
I had a dude make me suck his D without a condom before, but that's about it. I feel like I don't really get bad karma because I'm a good girl, so I don't know.
What was the best example of a loving relationship you saw as a young girl between a man and a woman?
Nothing.
Nothing. Are you lonely?
Yes.
It's going to be hard to meet a guy, I would think, when you're doing this kind of work.
Well, I have my own group of men to choose from if I'm like lonely.
Does doing this work build up your self-esteem or knock it down? Or
to me, it made me more confident. Like, I don't care what nobody thinks of me because I know myself and I know what I can do.
what's the hardest part of this lifestyle for you?
Picking your dates because you don't know if they're trying to be weird, trying to kill you or something.
There's guys you'll turn down?
I just try to go off my intuition.
So what kind of things will you see in a guy that'll make you say, no thanks?
If he's smoking or drinking, if he being too aggressive, like if he being scary, like he don't want to date me because I look young, I just tell him to go. Like, if he's scared, just go.
Do you have any regrets in your life?
Yep. About my money, I should have been saving it up or doing something else with it instead of it just letting it go freely.
Do you have friends?
No, I stay to myself. Less problems.
Mm-hmm. What advice would you give to a young girl who's thinking of doing this kind of work?
I would tell them, stay home until you like 20. Because it's a lot I had to learn and I'm still learning. I still don't know everything.
It's a crazy job. I mean, it's such an unusual skill set you need. You have to adapt to every different guy that you'll meet throughout the night.
Yep. But mines, I like to keep them coming back so I don't have to deal with all the other stuff.
Yeah, regulars are nice, right?
Yes.
Do you get asked to do things like have sex without a condom? You mentioned that earlier.
Oh no, I don't do that. I don't play none of that.
You get asked?
Yeah. But I don't do that.
How much money will you make in a night?
A night, if I'm really standing out there, I'll probably make over a band because 7 hours, already a band I got.
That's good money. You think you're addicted to this fast money?
Yes.
It's going to be hard to go back to a regular job after this.
I ain't trying to be a regular person, though. I'm trying to be rich. I'm trying to be up there.
Is that your goal? Do you have other things you'd like to do in your life?
No, I just want to save some money and get a house. I already got a car. I'm just trying to put myself in a position where I'm good for life.
Do you see yourself doing this till you're 30, 35, something like that?
No, probably till I'm like 25, 26. Because when I'm 26, if I'm still not where I want to be, then it's not working. I should be where I want to be by that time.
And Candy, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life? In your 22 years?
Don't be too nice. Don't be too sweet, or people will run over you.
All right. Candy, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Be careful out there.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, fathers. The children of fatherlessness. Fathers, if we don't provide protection and safety for our daughters, this is what can happen to them. The predators are waiting in the world for them. The predators are waiting to take advantage of them. The predators are waiting to exploit them. The predators are waiting to pimp them out. And the predators are waiting to murder them. It's that simple, fathers. Birth to 18 years of age. If we are not in our daughters' lives and they end up in a crisis or a situation, 100% on the fathers, not the mothers. Okay, fathers, appreciate you being here today, participating, and hopefully I've been able to provide something for you to help you understand our sense of urgency as fathers of daughters, girl dads. Struggle is real, dads. Fathers of daughters, the struggle is real. Okay. That's another live stream, fathers. And till next week, mi amigos, la próxima semana vez. I'm out. Peace, fathers.